Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
He expects...
Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh, wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him.
Victoria's Secret parties. In 1997 and again in 1999, Trump and Epstein were photographed at Victoria's Secret Angels parties in New York. And these weren't just fashion shows. They were VIP only, model-heavy social mixers hosted by billionaire Leslie Wexner, who's Epstein's financial benefactor.
I have the duty to inform all of you of a very simple fact. The President of the United States of America is a pervert. Understand what I just said. The President of the United States of America is a pervert.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right. If you're innocent, why are you taking the 5th Amendment? 5th Amendment, 5th Amendment, 5th Amendment. Horrible. Horrible.
Donald Trump invoked the Fifth Amendment, would not answer questions about under oath about a civil investigation into his real estate dealings. So what does it actually mean when someone invokes the Fifth Amendment?
Do people take the Fifth when there's information that they know could implicate them in crimes? Of course they do. At the same time, it's a constitutional right that's available to anyone.
Understand what I just said. The President of the United States of America is a pervert. You just don't say something like that without backing it up.
Here's Donald Trump talking about wanting to have sex with Lindsay Lohan, who had just turned 18.
What do you think of Lindsay Lohan now?
I think she's hot.
There's something there, right?
Yes.
But you have to like freckles. I've seen a close-up of her chest.
Yes.
And a lot of freckles. Are you into freckles?
If the father's a wreck, like the way he is.
Right.
You imagine the sex with this troubled...
Yeah, you're probably right. She's probably deeply troubled and therefore great in bed.
Back in the day...
How come the deeply troubled women...
Yes.
Deeply, deeply troubled.
Right.
They're always the best in bed.
The definition of a pervert, dictionary definition, a person whose sexual behavior is regarded as abnormal and unacceptable.
Donald Trump has every right to be proud of his 5 children, including his daughter Ivanka Trump.
Ivanka is the clear favorite, but this isn't just the classic father-daughter bond. His behavior crosses into some very uncomfortable territory.
But sometimes his admiration for her goes a bit too far.
Let's take a look at some of the creepiest Ivanka moments that have raised more than a few eyebrows over the years. First, in 2013, during an interview with Wendy Williams, Trump was asked about the things he and Ivanka have in common. His response? Let's just say it left people uncomfortable.
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
He actually said that on national television. Now, remember when Stormy Daniels sat down with 60 Minutes? She shared a bizarre moment when Donald Trump compared her to Ivanka right before they had sex.
You are special. You remind me of my daughter.
This comment definitely struck many as strange and inappropriate. Why bring up your daughter in that moment? One of the most infamous Trump's comments came during a 2006 appearance on The View. When asked how he would feel if Ivanka posed for Playboy, Trump replied, "Ivanka posing for Playboy would be really disappointing. Not really. But it would depend on what was inside the magazine. I don't think Ivanka would do a nude shoot inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure."
The answer is it would be disappointing. Period. Nothing else after that, Trump.
But next came the moment that truly left people unsettled.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What? Next, let's jump to 2003, when Trump was on the Howard Stern show.
During a 2003 appearance, Politico website reported that Trump said,
You know who's one of the great beauties of the world, according to everybody, and I helped create her? Who? Ivanka. My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body. Yeah, she's hot.
And then, during a 2004 conversation, Howard asked Trump if he could call Ivanka a piece of ass. And Trump agreed.
By the way, your daughter,
she's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
She's
unbelievable.
tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
If I say it on television or I say it on video, then you're not going to get any better evidence than that. I mean, if I'm sitting there with the smoking gun and they got cell phone camera on me, then that's compelling evidence. So Trump has gone out of his way to tell us he's a pervert. He's talked about, this is very difficult. I hate to bring this up, but we got to do this. His youngest daughter, I think her name is Tiffany, and was fantasizing about her breasts when she was an infant.
Here's Donald Trump commenting on the breasts of a 1-year-old baby.
What does Tiffany have of yours, and what does Tiffany have of Marla's?
Well, I think that she's got a lot of moral, and she's really a beautiful baby, and she's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
So to me, it's like, with both of those clips, these are very innocent questions that there's no mentally sane person who would take these questions of like, what is your baby, your newborn daughter, your 1-year-old baby have in common with you and your wife? And you take that to a sexual place. It's very, very, very disturbing, frankly. It's very disturbing. And Donald Trump also, this is very recent, Donald Trump tried to kiss a very young girl at a Republican event. Oh my God. You see the sweat on his lips. Oh my God. She did not want to do that. And that's in public. If he's doing this in public, what has he done in private?
According to a new book by former Trump official Miles Taylor, Trump made sexually explicit remarks about Ivanka in front of his staff, including comments about her breasts and backside. These inappropriate remarks led his former chief of staff, John Kelly, to step in and remind Trump that Ivanka was, in fact, his daughter.
After getting elected and moving into the White House, his obsession with Ivanka reportedly worsened. An author who wrote a book about Trump's presidency confirmed that Trump made disgusting comments about his daughter in the Oval Office. The writer stated, aides said he talked about Ivanka Trump's breasts, her backside, and what it might be like to have sex with her. What? The author went on to say that Trump's comments got so freak nasty that his chief of staff, John Kelly, had to remind Trump that Ivanka was his daughter.
I have never, ever heard of anybody fantasizing about having sex with their daughter. That you're a pervert.
Your daughter,
she's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
Those who believe that Trump is sexist and misogynistic are unsurprised that he's fixated on his daughter's beauty and treats her like a piece of meat.
I have never, ever heard of anybody fantasizing about having sex with their daughter. That you're a pervert.
Was judging underage girls as they were undressing.
On this pageant, you go over, you're meeting the girls and stuff. One of them comes up to you and says, Mr. Trump, you're a very sexy man.
You're a beautiful man. You have fantastic hair.
Well, you're a powerful man. Right? You're a powerful man.
Right.
I want to sleep with you. Now, you're not the type that would say no.
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Right. No, right. But I mean, you see a beautiful woman, you want to have that. You're a guy who likes to have everything, right?
Well, couldn't that be construed, however, as
Conflict?
Yes.
I don't see it as a conflict.
It could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed?
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Beauty contests, these teen beauty contests, he's lurking around the dressing room. The man is a genuine perv. Genuine without any question about it.
She was married.
It's huge news, Sarah.
No, Nancy. No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Pull the ham.
Hello, how are you?
Now, when you're evaluating the whole Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know what you call it, a fiasco or something, state of mind, just whether you believe anything or not, state of mind is a really, really critical thing. And he has we say down here, he has a little proclivity about underage females. Yeah, that's what he's got, a little proclivity about underage females.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Then I assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment right to the United States Constitution.
There's something here that he doesn't want you to know. It's pretty clear. So when you go to bed at night and tell your kids goodnight stories, you gather around, people understand that the president of the United States of America is a self-admitted and public pervert.